All right, here we go. I can't put on music because I don't know which one will get me a community guideline strike. But welcome. Welcome, Jordan. I'll put something neutral. Just give me 1 sec. Let me get this going here. Okay, so we have some news for Canada, news for US. Bank of Canada is probably going to drop rates, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how the market reacts to that. Okay, let me try this. I hope I don't get a copyright strike with this. Definitely not with a commercial.
It's got to be clean. It's got to be time. Aluminum-free secret whole body deodorant gives 72-hour freshness everywhere.
You ever pay attention to the commercials that you get on like YouTube or wherever, and then ask yourself, what is this commercial trying to tell me? So like that YouTube commercial was deodorant. So it's like, what are you trying to tell me? Are you saying I stink? Or if you see one about travel, it's like, are you telling me to travel, or did I say something related to travel? Maybe it's just me. Because I know that like at this point we're all used to the algorithm listening to us. Like we all know that it happens, it's not a secret. But do you ever start questioning what did it listen to, or what did it see from my camera that made it trigger this commercial? Or the creepier moments where you never said anything and it's something you've been thinking, and then it's a commercial about it or an ad on Instagram. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Don't mind the delay in the response. Yeah, I know. The music's a little different. As much as I love my, rap, hip hop stuff, even in the morning, for YouTube, we have to play a little different. $68, $72. Breakthrough. No. No, it could still work. $72 and $4.
This is our new Soho sneaker. Typically, waterproof materials are very stiff, heavy-ish, not very comfortable. So how we designed the Soho, breathable, comfortable, soft to touch. I'm gonna sound biased. These are gonna be my new favorite shoes.
Only on Paramount Plus, stream all 3 Quiet Place movies.
Opening bells in 1 minute. So we'll see what happens. So I'm still bullish on gold. So preferably I'm looking for buys. I feel like I'm in a movie. Let's change this. Okay, some jazz hip hop. We'll do that. For those watching on YouTube, I'm giving you a warning now. There's only a few here anyway. There is a delay between me live and what you see. Okay? So there's a delay. So if I say something and you hear it on YouTube, it's anywhere from 8 to 20 seconds old. So if you're trading live, don't go by what I say on YouTube. Go watch the chart on your own screen. It's anywhere from 8 to 20, 22 seconds. Depends on you, your connection, YouTube. So FYI. Okay, so market just opened. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just like confirming for myself what I'm looking at, and a possible like long-term position. Because now that the week is back open and there's more news later this week, obviously. So, where is it? I think on Friday. Right.
Still fresh.
So like this news on Friday. And FOMC. You could expect some manipulation beforehand. So I could imagine that they'll probably tank price down further before they take off until Friday. So we could totally see that happen. So I'm just looking for another area, mainly in the buy, on the buy side, because I am more bullish on gold. We are still in new highs, so I don't see why not. We're in like new higher lows. Pretty much where my buy is, my buy zone is its previous resistance, new support. So previous ceiling, new floor. So if it's a new floor, it might go look for a new ceiling, because right now the new ceiling is up here. This is the new all-time high. So from the new all-time high to like my buy zone, this is all new highs. So right now it's, I guess you could say, consolidating in the new highs. Yeah, basically like this. This was its previous ceiling, came down, tested, and then broke through, new high, then bounced So could go like this. Who knows? We don't know. We don't predict the market. We just look for trends. Trends, not trends. Transmission. Transmission. Don't get me canceled. This is just me with my OCD, so making sure. Doesn't have to be exact. It's just me being extra. So when I zoom out, it bothers me. Reported. Oh no. I'm gonna make these private from now on. I said transmission. Everything's recorded, so don't get mad. Don't get mad. Get glad. Okay, so what I have going on here is just, and again, all of these, like I say every morning, all of these lines are basically imaginary. Just because you put lines on a chart doesn't mean the market has to respect any of them. Now, if you're right, like we usually are, then can play tricks with your ego, but just never forget that they are imaginary, right? They're really only on your chart or our chart that we're here together, but the market doesn't give two craps about it. But these lines that I have here are like mini trend lines that seem to be happening. So will they respect these trend lines? They usually do. They don't have to, but if they break out of these trend lines, it's usually a pretty good indicator. If you're new, then it just looks like a bunch of lines. And I do typically like to keep my chart just clean where we're entering. And then, your exit is your exit. But for the sake of visual representations, we're keeping these lines. Oh, that jazz was only like 3 minutes. That sucks. Okay, well, as long as I don't get a copyright strike, we'll leave this. We'll leave it as is. $9:45, I think. Yeah, 9:45 is the other news. It's Canadian news, so I mean, it can, like, if you're trading pairs, it could affect Canadian US dollar. Of course, the Canadian dollar is going to be affected. Whether it affects gold, it might a little bit, but I don't expect to see too much happen in 6 minutes, to be honest with you. I would expect to see more movement at 10. It is what it is. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, everyone. Still getting used to over here. Not at my usual setup. I won't be for another 8 days. And then this is the fun part. We just wait. I still think, though, we could potentially see price come down to here. 50, 58.
Looking for a smarter way to mop? Try the Swiffer Power Mop. An all-in-one cleaning tool with a 360-degree swivel action.
So look, this commercial, Power Mop. What are you telling me?
What's smarter?
Are you telling me my floors are dirty? Number one, I'm not at home. Number two, this place is carpeted. Then that was, again, body spray. What are you saying to me? Like I'm so, without the commercials, I'm already so self-conscious of making sure that I don't stink. I'll wherever I go, I'll like carry extra deodorants, colognes, toothbrush, and toothpaste. Gotta stay fresh. So, what are you saying? What are you saying to me about me? $57. Yeah, I'll go with that. Let me just go back to 5 minutes so we don't lose anything. Cool. So this is my possible long-term play. This is to make things more clear, so you're not confused. Like which buy area? This is if, let's say, our scalp zone, because this is just for scalping. This is not a long-term play. This is scalping. This is scalping. So don't be holding those for too long. Get in, make your profit, get out. But if it gets disrespected, if we do lose, if it comes through, it's gonna seek this area. And if it does, that one you hold for longer. And if they both get disrespected, then you just call it a day. And if neither play out, then that's just the way it is. Remember, we don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to wait to see if this happens. We don't just get in trades. We wait for the market to search for liquidity, and when it finds it, we jump in. We don't want to become the liquidity. Trading Zen philosophy, number 53. Well said indeed. So Infinity, my Leo brother, what is your experience so far watching me on the chart? So I know it's your first time watching me on the chart. For sure, it's a different side of Edwin. But like, what's your experience so far? Things haven't played out yet, so we'll see that part. Okay, I'm gonna have that open there. I'm watching on another screen. I put my phone up. you like USD CAD, right? You like, no, it was Euro USD because London session. Let's look at Euro USD. Do I have that? Yes, I do. So I'm watching gold. Relax. Everybody's freaking out. I'm watching gold on my phone. Like it's open here in front of me. I don't usually watch Euro USD, so I'm gonna go in a little rusty here. So what's this commercial telling me? Dave and Buster's. I don't even buy food out. Like I don't even go out. Wayfair. Wayfair Labor Day clearance. Are they asking me to buy children? I don't get it. What are these ads telling me? What is it, boy? Of course. Yes, I see it. Don't worry. I know gold is starting to drop. Don't freak out. We don't care which way it goes. We know what we're after. That's annoying. So for Euro USD, again, I'm doing this just for fun. Don't crucify me. I don't watch Euro USD. This is for entertainment purposes. Came in, tapped. I know the movement on these pairs can sometimes take a little bit longer to play out. So I'm going to play it safe with here. Okay, can test, retest. Go from here. It's so crazy. Out of sight, out of mind. My phone keeps turning off. So I put my phone at the base of this monitor with the trading view. If I was at home, I'd have my two screens and I just moved it one chart. But here the screen isn't like that. And the YouTube streaming and Zoom and all that stuff is too many things. So I put my phone here with trading view to show me gold. So I could watch it while I do this. And then after a certain amount of time, my screen locks. And then it just turns black. And it goes black so quickly that I don't even realize it. And then I totally forget that the screen is there. So out of sight, out of mind. Crazy how that works. Yes, okay. I'll mark it up for you. Relax. So I'm putting stop loss just for the sake of visuals. But remember, always follow structure. So that's for entertainment purposes. Okay, we'll see how that plays out. Look, again, deodorant. Bought Old Spice this time.
Oh, that's fresh.
And they're spraying it on the guy's feet. So what are you saying to me?
Dust is always in the air. And cleaning it, it's the worst. So get a Swiffer duster. It captures dust in one swipe without lifting.
Swiffer duster. You see the trend?
3 times more dust. Oh yeah.
Swiffer for your floor,
For your money back.
deodorant, Wayfair selling kids. I don't know. I just think someone's talking smack about me. Or it could be, you know, the increase in Toronto here could be the increase of multiple ethnicity groups that perhaps are affecting my algorithm. Whatever that means. Just fancy words. This purple line here, I didn't place. If you're wondering what this is, if you're new here, I have my chart set to show me the previous day's closing price. And a lot of times in the morning, it respects that price. Either it bounces off of it or searches for it, or just stays there. Okay, I can close this. Yes, and of course, thank you for reminding me. Don't forget your Instagram story. So let me record my story. No, the wizard doesn't come out yet. We'll wait for news. Have your brokerage, your trading account open. Have it ready. So don't be going off of the YouTube because there's a delay. Go off of what you see on your chart. So I hope you're marking it on your chart. Go off of that. Yeah, I got it too. So it's interesting to see. We just got a sell signal. I'm not putting in the sell. I'm just saying we got a sell signal for 24.83. So basically where it's at now, 24.83 to 24.88. They're saying from here to here. They're saying this is a sell. I'm not saying sell. I'm not telling you to sell, but I'm going to mark these up here. I'll leave it as white, and we'll see what happens. It's always interesting to see how other traders trade. Because then if they're right, what did they see? If they're wrong, what were they seeing? Why did they enter there? I think what they're seeing is this. So we had a new on this trend here, came down, tested up, it didn't match the previous, down, up, same thing, didn't match the previous, and then came down, and it's still down here because it's closing down here, and it's making new higher lows for this trend. That's what I think they see. I don't know what they see. They probably saw this. They probably saw this candle, the 5-minute candle, and saw that it closed down here. So it broke this structure. And they're saying, again, I'm just speculating. I don't know what they see. Every trader sees something different. They're probably thinking, okay, if it retests up here, it's going to pull some liquidity and then continue on the drop. Possibly. Either way, I hope they're right because we're waiting for a buy over here. If they see a sell here, then that's something that they were waiting for. We are waiting for it to drop, so we are waiting for it to sell off. But we're waiting for it to get to our entry. If that's their entry, that's them. We don't worry what other people do. Yeah, exactly. Okay, again, deodorant for women. What do you? And it's recommended by gynecologists. What are you saying? What's this one? Bounty paper towel. So you see a trend. Now, if it was a waterproof bed sheet, that would make sense. So I was going to say something and the commercial threw me off. But yeah, that's actually one reason for myself that I started to put a buy and a sell on my chart. I know you shouldn't, but for me, I put a buy and a sell. So it reminds me that I don't really have a bias. Be ready. Be ready with your entry. News just dropped. It's going to do what it does and then take off. So if you just have one position, you're hoping your eyes are always looking for that to be true. If it crashes in there, if you're on the aggressive side, go in with caution. If you're on the modest side, and it crashes in there, be careful, because we don't want to be, we don't want to enter. We're not going to enter if we don't have any confirmation. So it looks like it's creeping in there. We'll have to see if we have any solid confirmation. For my modest people, for my aggressive, I already know what you're going to do. So my aggressive, that's up to you if you want to enter. My aggressive people, my modest. If you're on the modest side, I would wait. If you're on the modest, still wouldn't enter if you're on the modest. Now I would enter if you're on the modest. Remember, we're in a scalp. Okay, get your 20, 30 pips, whatever it is. Secure your profits, and you're good to go. Make sure if you're new, you have your stop losses set. We don't know what's going to happen. News did just drop. Let the market react. They could seek a new high. We'll see what happens. We could win, we could lose. We don't care. We don't have emotions attached to it. Remember that. We're in. If you're in, you're in. And we wait to see how it plays out. So, however it goes, wherever it goes. So, my modest people, if you want to get back in, you could play it safe, you could wait, whatever you want to do. I'm not giving you financial advice. For my new people, make sure that you have your stop loss set. We wait for structure. So for my new people, make sure you have a hard stop. For my experienced people, you already know how to handle it. Just 1 second, let me get something. Okay. When you're trading and you're in a trade, don't walk away. So some of you are up about 30 pips already. You could close it, move your stop loss, do whatever you got to do. Remember, we're just scalping. Don't be holding this for the long term. So secure your bag. Secure your bag, walk away if you need to. Adjust things accordingly. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Right now it's bouncing, like I told you, it's bouncing off of yesterday's close. So is it going to bounce up from there or break through? We don't know. We'll see. I'll tell you what I'm going to let the trade play out. I think it's just what I think. You do what you got to do. I think it's going to search back into this price here, and then maybe test off of here. Swiffer again. Now it's Crest. Crest, to me, this commercial makes sense. Because like, why wouldn't you try to sell me Crest? Just saying. Why wouldn't you sell me Crest? Yeah, you like that. So most of you are up 40 pips. Okay, if you went in on the modest, you're like almost 40 pips or about 40 pips. My aggressive people, you're like 30 pips, 20, 30 pips. You can close and walk away. Okay, if you're wondering, should I hold? You can close and walk away. You're good for this scalp and enjoy your day. For my degenerate people, if you're going to hold a little bit and see if it hits that price range, then hold on to your hats. Don't get too greedy. Don't give the money back to the market. Okay? Let's just be clear. I'm closing, and we're done. That's it. So that's it. I'm closing. I'm out. Okay? If you're still in, based off of your risk, I would suggest you move your stop loss, secure the bag if you're going to let it ride. Don't walk away with no profits. You're super in the clear right now. So move your stop loss somewhere, maybe over here. At least. And then take it from there. I'm out. That's it. That's it. If it comes back, good question. If it comes back, I wouldn't retake it. That zone is clear. If you take it at your own risk. I think that liquidity is gone. So I don't think it's valid anymore. I like to leave it on my chart till the next day so we can see how things play out. But I would not retake it. That's it. Okay? Cool? Everybody good? Yes? And yes, I know we didn't put a wizard today. My bad. But it's okay. For the sake of tradition, we'll put the wizard. We'll put the sell wizard that blessed us. Oh, and another thing. So that trader was looking for a sell over here. This is just my opinion. This is just me speaking my mind. That trader put a sell right before news happened. I personally think It's just my opinion. I think it's irresponsible to do that, to give a buy or a sell order right before news. We were looking for a price range, price zone, price area, a buy area, a sells area. We were looking for it to watch the market swing in there. So we were anticipating news to have its movement. They just said, sell here right before news. When news happens, it can go either way. So I think that's irresponsible. But if that's their style, like, they do have a good record. Okay, so as much smack as I'm talking, they do have a good record. So we'll leave it at that. The wizard is for Instagram now. Only you will understand the wizard. Okay. And that's it. So before 10:30 in the morning, we've made our money, and go about your day. And that's it. So thank you, Infinity, for joining me on YouTube. This was a different experience for me on YouTube here. And for everybody else, and of course for Ask Infinity, keep smiling. Don't let anyone piss you off. And I'll see you in the chats.